Hi, my name is Barry McCullum. I'm a master astrologer with more than 40 years experience. Today, we're going to do a free astrology reading for Gemini, those born May 21st through June 20th of any year. Astrology is based on interpreting the planets, the signs that they're in, and the houses that they may occupy, and the geometrical relationships between the planets. Readings here are based on your specific sign, and the information shared is fairly long range, with quite a shelf life through, I'll say, September 2016. This is the big picture. In addition, for more information, more detailed information on your sign, check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/astrology by Ofundi. That's ASTROLOGYBYOFUNDI. I'm Ofundi, where you can get your monthly forecast for all signs, and it gives a more specifically detailed information to add to these long-range forecasts. You can also sign up for a free comprehensive astrology reading based on your day, month, and year of birth, your time of birth, whether AM or PM, and your place of birth by going again to facebook.com/astrology by Ofundi, ASTROLOGYBYOFUNDI, and click enter to win. Okay, so what's up for Gemini during this period of time? Well, Gemini is experiencing good luck in regard to home, domestic matters, family, real estate, with Jupiter transiting through Gemini's fourth house. This is a time also where many Geminis are going to change their residence. It's going to be a good move. The move is going to put you in the right place at the right time because of the placement of Jupiter and what we call the north node of the moon in your fourth house. But life is not a beach. There are always challenges that we have to go through. Jupiter is good luck, expansion, good fortune, so forth and so on. Saturn is the planet. It's not a bad planet. There are no bad planets or bad energies. It's just how we interpret that energy through our own experiences. So with Saturn, which I call the great teacher and the master of the harvest, going through Sagittarius right now, Geminis are experiencing a lot in regard to relationships. Saturn typically slows down that situation. It makes it a little bit more challenging in regard to relationships. The energy of Saturn is exposed over time, meaning that with Saturn in your seventh house of relationships, seventh solar house of relationships right now, the things that you're experiencing are the result of your energy and activities over the last 7 years. Saturn is the teacher. Saturn is also the Lord of the harvest, meaning that if you have expressed good energy, positive vibes, so forth and so on, whatever you want to call it, in regard to relationships over the last 7 years, then this is a time of significant, substantial reward in regard to relationships. If, however, on the other hand, there were difficulties, problems, deficiencies in the energies and efforts that you were making in regard to relationships, this is a time when you'll be learning a lot of lessons in regard to what it takes to have a successful relationship. Some people may fall out of the wayside. New people may come into your life. Whatever the case is, it will be a distinct time of meditation where you're forced to focus and think about how you interact in relationships and also what you want out of a relationship. Continuing on around the chart for Gemini, Uranus is currently in Aries, and for Geminis, that is in your 11th house of friends, goals, and ambitions. Uranus shows where sudden unexpected change comes into our lives. And when Uranus comes into a certain area of the chart, in this case, your 11th house, it brings about sudden unexpected changes that are needed because there is blockage that needs to be changed. What you'll find is that some friends that you have come into your life and leave your life very suddenly. With the 11th house also dealing with goals and ambitions, this is a time when you may suddenly and unexpectedly change some of your most cherished goals and ambitions in life. It's all good. It is planetary energy that speeds things up. It gives you a little bit more of intuition, and it brings about sudden unexpected changes that are for the better. As we continue on around the chart for this long-range forecast for Gemini, we look to Neptune and Pisces in your 10th house. With Neptune and Pisces in your solar 10th house, what you'll notice a lot when you go out in public is that you are sort of a focus of attention. The 10th house is the house of career and public standing. Neptune in the 10th house shows where spiritual influence is coming to our lives. And people have always noticed when Neptune goes through that 10th house, they are a focus of attention. People see you and feel as though they've met you before, or they've known you or seen you someplace before. It gives a great charisma with the public. Also, it shows where spiritual influences come into our lives, things that may be inexplicable at first, but upon reflection, you see a certain path that Spirit wants you to take in regard to your career matters. Continuing on with Pluto and Capricorn in the 8th house for Geminis, Pluto shows where we have an X-ray vision. It also shows where we have an ability to perform at the highest percentiles of anybody. And with Pluto going through Capricorn in your 8th house, it shows an intense involvement with taxes, insurance, shared resources, pooled resources, and other people's money. It could give you a great insight into those things. It also will reveal secrets that maybe you were not aware of before. So Pluto in the 8th house is it reveals a lot in regard to taxes, insurance, inheritance, and pooled resources. That's the overall forecast for long-range forecast for Gemini. This forecast will cover the period from roughly March 2016 through September 2016. For more detailed information based on each month for each sign, check out my Facebook page, facebook.com/astrology by Ofundi. That's ASTROLOGY BYOFUNDI, where you can get more detailed, a more detailed monthly forecast for all the signs, where you can fill in with more specific information. Also, while you're there, sign up for a free comprehensive astrology reading based on your specific day, month, and year of birth, your time of birth, whether AM or PM, and your place of birth. Again, you can get all that by going to my Facebook page, facebook.com/astrology by Ofundi. Click enter to win. And while you're there, like it too. Also, we're just full of free things today. Go to my Astrology Village page on Facebook. That's Astrology Village, because there I discuss a variety of astrological topics, including charts of people in the news, so you can get insight in terms of what astrology has to say about people we actually see out there on the life stage in a big way. This is all free. Again, I am Barry Douglas McCullough, Ofundi, and this has been your free astrology reading for Gemini.